Everyone, got another lock clamped up in a vise for you today, and this time it looks like a pretty cool lock. This is a Yale challenge lock that was put together by K1 Locks, and this one's called the Runner. Not a terrible bitting. It's got a really low cut all the way in the back, though. I'm not really sure if I'm actually going to have to hit that one or not, but we'll see. But not a terrible bitting. It is a little bit sticky. There we go. Now it kind of only wants to turn sometimes. But that's okay. It's a challenge lock, so hell, I could even say that all my challenge locks work with the key very well. Probably about, I don't know, maybe 75% of them do. Alright, so let's take a look at this cool lock and see what we got. I got to click off of 1. I click from 2. Click from 3. Click from 4. Nothing off of 5. And I can't even get the pick under 6. So I'm going to come back up to the front. Nothing on 1. Click off of 2. Okay, I did get the click or pick underneath the 6, but got a very slight turn on the core when I did it. So let's come back to the front. Nothing on 1. Little click from 2. Nothing on 3. Click from 4. What? Dang, I thought that was going to be open. Humongous false set. I mean, I think that thing turned about 15 degrees on me there. Nothing on 1, nothing on 2, nothing on 3, nothing on 4, counter rotation on 5, okay, I lost my false set. Ah, there we go. We're open off of 3. Pretty cool lock. That false set was insane. Alright, let's take a look at see what K1 did here. I imagine that's a really deep spool inside of counter milling to have something that extreme as far as a false set goes. Guess it might help if I zoomed out. Get my handy clip remover here. And those of you that ask me about this clip remover, what brand it is and stuff like that, I honestly don't know. My dad got that for me for Christmas. So, and I don't even remember what the box said, to be honest. But, it works. It does a good job. Okay, trying to saw that shim in there. That shim's too thin to be sawed in. There we go. I can control that one a little bit. All right. Okay, the pins are towards me. All right, and actually I did need to push up pin 6 just a hair. Some rounding there on 2. And I'm definitely seeing some counter milling. Let's go ahead and take these out. Standard popped out of 3 there. Looks like we see some cool pins here. I'll show them to you guys here in just a minute. Alright, so I got threads in 1 and 2. I've got a recess in 2. Or, well, I guess I could call that a recess. It's been ground away a little bit. Nothing in 3. Countermilling in 4 and 5. Deep, deep undercutting there. And then threading in 6. Yeah, that falset was something else. Okay, tweezers. Okay, 1 is a spool. Or actually, that was 2. I wasn't paying close attention. I wound up pulling this out a little bit. There's 1. And I don't think 1 has a spring. Yeah, it does. It's way up in there, little bitty spring. 2 is a steel spring. 3 has a very weak little spring. 4's got a pretty strong spring. Copper spring. Let's flip this around, get the ones out of the back. Got a spool. And I imagine a spool, yeah. It's not just a spool, that's a drunken spool. That's where my super, super deep falset came from. Not a normal spool. Okay, there's our spring from 5. And doesn't look like I'll be able to knock the spring out of 1, but it's a real small little spring. I could just barely see it up in there. So let's go ahead and take a look with a flashlight. Yeah, I can see that little bitty spring in there. I don't see any threads or anything, so he didn't do anything to the Bible. Alright, taking a look at these pins here. I've got a very heavily serrated and spooled pin for the key pin in 1 with a serrated above it, and a very, very weak spring. I got a serrated spool in 2 with a short spool that's kind of deep with a nice sharp lip on it. A steel spring. And I got a pair of standards. And another weak little spring. A spool. Kind of a mushroom shaped spool. Or a bomb style pin, some people call it. Then a nice little serrated pin with a copper spring. Definitely a tapered spool with a drunken spool above it. Then a serrated pin with another little short spool here with a nice sharp lip. And copper springs on 3, or 4, 5, and 6. K1, thanks for the lock. Pretty fun little pick. That falset blew me away. I thought I was going to have to wind up resetting everything. Thank you very much, man. Everyone else, please stay safe. Don't do anything illegal. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe.